I don't think the current spotlight on audit is a bad thing.
We're not actually seeing an impact, to be perfectly honest.
It's one of those things, there's the old adage that there's no such thing as bad news.
What audit's about ultimately is about judgment. And I think with the profession and this qualification, it is a fantastic door opener.
So is there a challenge for audit then, for the audit profession, which, I mean, the accountancy profession is kind of getting lumped into this great thing, but actually it's specifically audit at the moment that's in the spotlight.
I think one of the problems we've got in the profession now is people come in and they often work just in one very narrow area. And, with the greatest respect, and, I've been an auditor for many, many years, audit is not sometimes the most attractive area to work in. You almost have to do it to get the grounding. But if you don't give people an opportunity to see what else is there, often people get to the end of 2 or 3 years, they've done audit, they didn't find it the most glamorous bit to be in and exciting. And sometimes that's why they leave the profession then. But you've got to really get people involved in other areas and other parts of it and show that there are other bits you can be into.
I feel like the amount of opportunities that are there for people to go into, such as travelling abroad or working in different teams with a different range of people is important, and it helps you have a different perspective of audit or just the world in general and how it is.
And I know when people talk about diversity, we tend to talk about ethnicity or gender, and but there's so many other different forms of diversity. Diversity of background, diversity of location, and all of those feed into basically different perspectives, and that's what you need to make sure your business has as few blind spots as possible, just making sure you have those different perspectives.
The current spotlight on the profession doesn't appear to be having an impact on the number of students wanting to come into higher education to study accounting and finance. However, I think it's important for organisations to engage with the universities to demonstrate the opportunities that are available for students should they want to go into a career in the profession, and also communicate their own values and the strengths that they look for students to bring with them.
One of the things I'm trying to do in this stage of my career now is try and spend more time with people coming into the profession and talk through some of the experiences you've had.
On the flip side though, I think there's a hell of a lot, your generation that's been in the industry for longer can learn from the people coming in, right? So that reverse mentoring, I think, is super interesting. So it should be a two-way thing. And that makes it really interesting for both sides of learning actually what can technology do. What do people want? What do our clients and the next generation of our clients want from an auditor? It's not what they wanted in the past.
In terms of the skills you learn, and it's not just the accountancy, auditing skills, the actual people management skills. If you think about it, you've literally done your job for a year. The next year you're coaching a new person in how it works. And that continues to grow. So the management skills I think you learn in the profession are absolutely amazing. I don't see that in industry. People do not get that level of experience in industry.
I think that's really important.
And that is a huge draw.
There needs to be a very clear and greater understanding of what the audit role is.
Yes. What are your thoughts about that?
That perception, stroke reality around audit is the long hours, it's the monotony, but the kind of it's very process driven, isn't it? Especially when you're coming through the qualification, you're starting at the basics and working your way up. So maybe people are getting tired, frustrated, and go, right, I've got my qualification, I'm now going to go and put that into application in corporate finance. I'm going to go and work in industry, in the financial services sector for something different. I think it's such a good door opener. People can just walk out.
If you look forward, as you say, a lot of the audit, the basic, more junior tasks, well, they could be and should be automated. So what does the kind of audit of the future look like, and how do people progress and still get that level of exposure and experience to different clients and all the best bits of it without doing the repetitive tasks at the bottom? And therefore the shape of that career, I think, will look quite different for an auditor, and I wonder whether that will actually help keep people in the profession.
I think all the skills, the opportunities, and it being a door opener just for yourself as becoming a better individual, as well as finding these opportunities, are significant, and that's not going to change even if the spotlight sometimes will negatively impact that.